Hi everyone, and welcome to the Excel Hub. In this series, I'll be covering everything to do with Excel shortcuts. By the end of the series, you'll understand why using Excel shortcuts is important. You'll know what the main types of Excel shortcuts are and have a chance to practice them. And you'll learn how to make using shortcuts a habit. In terms of the agenda, we'll start by covering why Excel shortcuts are important and the main types of shortcuts out there. We'll then have a chance to practice using these shortcuts, starting with navigation shortcuts, followed by selection, grid operation, and formatting. The last video will then cover how to make using Excel shortcuts a habit. So let's start with why Excel shortcuts are important. The most important advantage of using shortcuts is time and efficiency. Every time you use a keyboard shortcut instead of using the mouse, you'll save at least 2 to 3 seconds. This may not seem like a lot initially, but if you're someone who spends a lot of hours in Excel, then saving 2 to 3 seconds repeatedly can save a lot of time in the long run. For example, if you want to save the Excel workbook using a mouse, you'll have to move the mouse to the ribbon, click File, and then click Save. Whereas by using shortcuts, you can simply click Ctrl S and the file is saved. Another advantage is that shortcuts are less mentally taxing than repeatedly using the mouse. I can assure you that using shortcuts will make you less frustrated when using Excel, which will give your brain space to focus on more important tasks. This is especially true when it comes to adjusting row and column widths, which can be a real pain using the mouse. A final benefit, which many of you, myself included, may find surprising, is that using shortcuts instead of the mouse can help reduce health problems. Repetitive strain injury, for example, may result if you're constantly raising your fingers to use your mouse. If, however, you're using keyboard shortcuts, then you can help yourself save thousands of mouse clicks, especially if you're a frequent Excel user. So now that you're aware of the importance of using shortcuts, let's cover the main types of shortcuts. Excel has 222 Excel shortcuts in total, and they serve a range of functions. Firstly, we can use shortcuts to navigate around an Excel sheet. Most people use a mouse to do this, but using arrows and other shortcuts can help you navigate Excel much more efficiently. Next, we have selection, which relates to selecting cells, columns, rows, etc. These work very well together with grid operations, which refer to inserting or deleting cells and filling columns and rows with data. For example, you may use Shift plus space to select a row, and then click Ctrl and the minus key to delete it. Finally, we have formatting, which involves making the sheet look visually appealing by changing cell styles, alignments, border settings, and so on. To conclude this first video in our series, we've covered why Excel shortcuts are important, as well as the main types of shortcuts out there. In the next video, we'll practice using navigation shortcuts, which will include using the shortcuts provided in this slide and more. Please give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful, and subscribe to the Excel Hub for weekly Excel tutorials, techniques, and examples.